Hey, so fam, Amelia Adair here. Hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. And I know I have a great topic for you today. Those that are new, in order to be a part of the Soul Fam, all you have to do is subscribe, comment from time to time, let me know you out there, all right? And apply the knowledge. Sometimes I forget to say that, but apply the knowledge, okay? To hear the knowledge is one thing, and to apply it is another thing, okay? So, fam, let's get into. I hope you guys are feeling good, by the way. I hope your day is going good. I hope your week is going good. I hope everything is moving the way you want it to move. I hope you just are at peace, all right? So, fam, if not at peace, on your way there, right? Because it took us a little while to do what we gotta do and get where we gotta go, So, let's jump into today's topic, so fam. And this is more for my newcomers, okay? Those that are just kind of, sniffing around a little bit, trying to see what's happening. But do you need a coach? Okay? Sometimes we get to a place in life and it's never a question in our head like, oh, maybe if I get a coach. So I'm here to just explain if getting a coach is something that you might want to consider, if you want to know what a coach is, and let's just jump into a coaching book real quick, okay? So oftentimes, and this was something for me too, this is something that I came across during my journey, and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I needed a coach, because I was just kind of like a little bit of here, a little bit of there, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, I was like a little pop-up girl, little star, little this, little la. And I wish someone would have said, do you think you need a coach? That would have helped me out a long time ago, okay? So I thought it would be great for me to just give you some insight on if a coach is right for you or not, or if, therapy is before coaching, just the FYI, so fam. If you need therapy, please go get therapy first. Coaching is more of the aftermath, like you got a lot of things in order. You got a little bit of things that you have to tweak on and work on. You're not on the borderline. Sorry, I got here. You're not on the borderline of trying to, okay? So this is for those that are just trying to get to that next step in life and trying to resolve some unresolved issues and trying to get clarity and so many other things that we're going to get to. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm not going to say the number yet because it might be like 4 or 5, but one of the main signs that you might need a coach is if you have a lot of confusion. Okay, so fam, if you are someone with so much confusion, you should definitely talk to a coach. Pick the coach that's for you. That's number one, so fam. So you always want to pick the right coach. You want to pick someone that specializes in the field that you need coaching in, right? A basketball team is not going to hire a baseball coach unless he's specialized in baseball, right? Right. Same with life, okay? There's certain areas in life that we have to find the coach for us, okay? Self-love, purpose, healing. Those are my 3 topics in case you don't know, so I'm going to show a little light for you right there, okay? But so then find the coach for you. And number 1 is if you have a lot of confusion. Where do you have a lot of confusion? Do you have a lot of confusion in your love life? Do you have a lot of confusion in your family situation? Do you have a lot of confusion with work? Do you have a lot of confusion with healing? Do you have a lot of confusion with God, spirituality, faith, Christ? Do you have confusion in those areas? When you have confusion in those areas, it's good to speak to a coach just to get some broad perspective, okay? A coach 9 times out of 10 has been through different trials and tribulations and is able to give you some great, truthful, positive insight, okay? When you're trying to clear up the confusion, so fam, you don't want to go to somebody that's negative. because then they're just going to give you the negative perspective. And 9 times out of 10, you already seen the negative perspective. The negative perspective is everywhere. So you want to get a coach if you need some clarity, okay? And don't give yourself a limit, okay? Don't think one session will solve all your problems. One session might. Keep an open mind, okay? That's number 1. And make sure that coach specialize in that area. So do your research on the coach. See, okay, what they talk about. Read their captions. See what books they publish, what their books about. See their story. 9 times out of 10, coaches have their story for you so you can see if it's someone you can relate to. You want to be able to relate to this person. Are they an entrepreneur, or have they done 9 to 5 career job? What's it called? Working for Uncle Sam. Well, technically we all work for Uncle Sam. You get the drift, okay? So find that coach that kind of gravitate to you. Maybe you like their personality. Maybe you like their nails. I don't know. So fam, you want to find a connection with the coach before you book with the coach. Finding that connection with the coach helps you understand, like, okay, this person can really help me. And if you ever book the session with me, we have a couple questions that we go through in the beginning, because I want to make sure I can be the best coach for you. I don't want to try to just, have you as a client to say I have you as a client. No, I let you know, hey babe, we will work great after maybe you get a couple therapy sessions. So you want to do that first trial and tribulation session with that coach so you can see how far you and that coach can go. Okay? And a lot of times, you and the coach are growing together. And that's great. Of course, they have more clarity than you, but it doesn't make them any better than you or any less than you. So you always want to understand, number 1, a coach is there to help you. No matter what. When someone is coaching, that coach is there to help you. And so that's why I always say get therapy first. What happens when you don't get therapy and you come to a coach and the coach is honest with you, you can't handle the honesty and you start to think that that coach is out to get you. When we don't get therapy and heal, we think people are out to get us. So we start fishing for what's wrong instead of looking at what's right. So number 1, make sure you don't need therapy. That's letter A, before we get to 1, which is the confusion part. So A, make sure you don't need therapy. You'll know if you need therapy, okay? You get on that session and you just a mess, you're just crying, you're just emotions everywhere, mind too far from a coach's reach, okay? They're there to guide you. A coach is there to guide you and say, hey, this makes a lot of sense, and so do this. They're always going to give you some possibilities. They're never going to say, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. No, that's a mother or a father. That's not what a coach is there to do. So if you're looking for someone to say, do this, do this, do this, do this, no, go to God. God is going to tell you, do this, do this, do this, do this. And even then, God is going to be like, okay, you can try that. It don't look too good, I think again. So be mindful, so fam. Be honest with self. Be honest with you. Sometimes we read a couple books first. That's also great. Educating yourself. You want to educate yourself. The knowledge is power, okay? But the wrong knowledge will devour. Ooh, let the church say yes. Okay? So be mindful of what you're taking in. Be mindful of the coach that you pick for the job. And trust that if you pick that coach has the ability to coach you and bring you where you have to go. Because the coach is exactly that. They're there in the sidelines looking, directing, guiding, but not telling you what you need to do. So don't think, oh, that coach don't know what they're doing because they're not telling me what to do. When the game is going on in basketball, right? The coach isn't telling each player which way to dribble the ball, oh, go like this. Okay, run left. Oh, go right. No, they tell you the play. They say, all right, this person will be open. This person will be closed. Your job to choose. See, oftentimes we don't trust the coach because we think that a coach is there to choose. No, baby. The choice is yours. The choice is always yours. So if you did have a coach that gave you one option, baby, you might want to consider some things and send that coach my way. Come on, ven aquí, mommy. Let's talk about some things because we need to be guiding the people correctly, truthfully, honestly, heartily, all those Lee words, okay? Positively, okay? So be mindful, Sophia. And if you are someone that has some confusion, like I think back before I got a coach, it's a while back, don't come at me. Before I got a coach, I was so confused, Sophia. I had this degree, I had that, I had this brand, I had that. I had everything all over the place. Everything was scattered. I didn't have no rhythm. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like a song. It was just like a playlist full of beats. Like, okay, is it hip hop? Is it R&B? Is it jazz? Is it all three? Which it might be, but it still needs to have a rhythm. Okay, if your life isn't in rhythm, you're off beat, you're off key, you're off track. Something's gonna be holding you back. Oh, wait, come on. Y'all know I'm poetic. Okay. All right, Sophia. So be mindful. Be mindful that if you are someone that's like, can never make a decision for yourself, you always have to look for someone to make a decision for you. You have some confusion. You don't trust yourself. You're trusting them with your wealth. And we don't do that over here. We don't know. We trust ourselves. As a coach, personally, as myself, I help you trust yourself. There's levels to it, Sophia. It gets real. You be like, whoa, wait, it gets good. And your life start moving. The blessings start rolling in. You be like, okay. Moving on. Number 2. I got a little list right here. Ooh, I'm glad I made a list. Ooh. Sophia. It's bad. Sophia. Number 2. Be sure to have no makeup on my nails. So, we be having makeup on, and then you were like this, then they try to get up there. Anyway, Sophia. Number 2. You never follow through with tasks. Okay? So this has a little spectrum to it. Okay? So some of us we're either one of two. We either start something and never finish. Oh, yeah. Sound like a party. We'll either start something and never finish, right? We started to go to school and we changed our mind. We started to this business and then we changed our mind. We do that repeatedly, right? Repeatedly, never finishing a task, okay? Never following through, never giving it an opportunity, okay? So going to school and then changing majors, and never trying the major out, it's not good, so fam. That's a big sign that you need a coach. Because why aren't you following through? That shows that you have the ambition at first and then you just lose it. And then you just change gears. And what happens in life, as you continue with that pattern, you will never finish. You will always find yourself in a place of complacency. You will find yourself stuck, depressed, not wasting time, but just never finding that thrill because you never gave anything that opportunity. You lose it. So it's always good to get a coach when you're about to switch, because the coach will say, listen, before you switch, go get an internship, right? So we have to follow through with things. That's different from finishing, getting a degree, working in that business for years, and then changing. There's a difference. If you decide to change in and you follow through, okay, that's great. You followed through, you worked for a couple years, that is amazing. Sometimes we think when we quit, we lost. No, we saved time because we realized, okay, we took what we could take, and now we're moving forward. So don't get it confused right there. And another, that's still number one. And the other way of not completing tasks, wait, one was, sorry, I went so far with the other one. Not completing tasks, leaving things hanging, right? So you start the brand and you follow way through, you get the degree, and then you never try the field out. You got the degree, and then you never tried the field out. If you never try the field out, you never get that full experience to know. You'll have that regret later on, like, what if I would have tried it? What if I would have tried it? What if I would have tried it? Okay? So understand, so fam, when you finish school and you get that degree, try it. Don't give up because one job didn't accept you. Sometimes we'll try one little job and then we'll be like, oh, it's not for me. You didn't give the job a try. So that's someone who don't give the job a full try. You just kind of start and then you quit too quick. There's a thing as quitting too quickly, okay? It's okay to quit, but we don't want to quit too quickly. You know, having poor instincts or listening to too many people and not getting the experience for yourself. Sometimes we'll go into the position, right? Then we hear everyone talking negative at the job and we're okay, this is not for me. No, maybe not right there. So you want to be able to complete tasks. If you are unable to complete tasks, even day-to-day tasks around the house, you start cleaning and then you just stop. You're always distracted. If you're always distracted by this and never going back to it. You thought about starting a brand and you never went back to it. So you don't want to be, if you're someone that's always distracted, always falling short, always just quitting and not following through with tasks, come on, babe. Book you a session. Let's talk about it. Let's get to it. Let's figure what it is. Because a lot of these things that we are faced with are things that we just don't know how. We don't have that right person to help us express it. We don't have that right person to listen to. We don't have that right person that we can, connect with on a higher level. Everyone around us is stagnant, so now we stagnant. So sometimes you need a coach to pull you up out of that stuckness, if that's a word. If everyone around you is stuck, 9 times out of 10, you're going to end up stuck. And when I say stuck, Sophie, I mean stuck. I mean unhappy, just not driven, complaining all the time, not going to the gym. Where's your ambition? Not eating right? Why are you eating that? Sometimes we see everyone doing it and we think it's okay. No. If everyone starts jumping off a cliff, you want to just jump? I'm not. I'm like, yeah, right. I won't be back. I'll see y'all later. Okay. And I'll see you later does not mean I'll be back. Okay? We'll get to that. Next, another great sign. Oh, this one's my favorite. This one was me. This one, so fam, I was like, oh my goodness. It feels so good to just be out of that space. But, so fam, number 3. Sorry, I should have got some water. Number 3, if you mastered your last goal, Mm. If you mastered your last goal. So fam, if you are someone that gets things done, honey, and you say you wanted to start a brand and everything is going good, all your bills are paid, you know, you're the specialist, you're the senior, you're like hot on fire, you know what I'm saying? You just woo woo woo. Okay, not to say I was hot on fire, but you know, when you got it going on and you got all your pieces in order and you mastered your last goal, you need a coach, so fam. Believe it or not. Sometimes we think we got to our peak and we good. Cause if you got to your peak and you go and you're good, why aren't you coaching? If you've mastered your peak, why aren't you coaching? So fam, if you mastered that last goal, get you a coach. Again, like we said in the beginning, a coach that you can relate to, and figure out how you can now start branching off to the next level. There's a higher level on a higher level on a higher level. Okay? Why you think Trump became president? He ain't know nothing about no presidency. He ain't know nothing. But he mastered so much that he's like, well, what's left except to be king of the world in his mind, you know, Trump mind. So I hate to use Trump as an example. Listen, why you not president? If you mastered that last goal, why you not president? If you are CEO in your company, okay. Where that company going? What's next? What's next? How can you find a coach that can take that brand to the next level? It doesn't matter where you at, so fam. Corporate, that's the word I was looking for earlier. I said Uncle Sam. Corporate, entrepreneurship, whatever it is, what's that next level? Okay, you done mastered this level. You done did it 30 different ways, but the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you've done collabs, you've done magazines, you've done whatever it is. Okay, now you have to start teaching classes. Don't believe that lie that those that don't do teach. Those that can't do teach. You know that's the opposition trying to just take away the light. No, so fam. Those that do teach, because they've been through it. They understand the ins, the outs, the who's, the highs, the lows, the highs, the who, you know what I'm saying? They could read the book by its cover. It's possible. So take your life to that next level. You've been thinking about losing that weight? Let's go, babe. Let's go. I know being thick is cute. Man and Big Papa is being cute. But let's see what you look like skinny. Or fit, rather. Not even skinny. It's not even about being skinny. Let's see what you look like fit. Okay? Let's see. You've been wearing weaves. Oh, wait. Let's see what the natural hair look like. Let's find a style. Let's switch it up. Let's not even talk about physical abilities. You've been selling out shirts. All right. Let's sell out something bigger than shirts. Let's sell out books. Let's write that book. So if you've mastered your last level, there's a next level now. Now you have to master being the master. Oh, and let's see what come after that. Oh, then maybe after that we sit back. But even then, no. There's school. We could open up schools. Come on, so fam, get on this session. Let's brainstorm. Let's hear some ideas. Let's hear what's realistic. Let's see what's happening on this side of the world. Let's see what's happening on that side of the world. Because maybe you mastered yourself in that state. What about this state? What about that state? You see how you get that level up? Level up. What Cece said? Okay. Level up. When you live a level up lifestyle, then the sky is the limit. That's what that means. Sometimes we think the sky's the limit and we looking in our little community. Okay, we've mastered the community. Now let's master the state. We mastered the state. All right, let's master the country. Don't put limits on yourself. When you start putting limits on yourself, you a little shaky. You know what they say? Success is rented. Come on. Come on. And when it's time to renew that lease, you gotta renew the lease. Renew it. Come on, babe. Let's get it going. You've mastered that? Okay, so fam, there's girls out here. There's girls out here with no guidance. There's girls out here relying on their boyfriend. They need some help. There's men out here who want to talk to educated women. There's women out here who want to talk to educated men. It's however you flip the coin, babe. You've mastered it, okay? Have you sold out a room full of people that you can be connecting with? Are you known around the world? So let's think bigger. Whichever field you are trying to execute your life in, come on, let's talk about it. Let's figure out what else we can do now that we've done that. Because, so fam, if time keeps going, right? Time keeps going. The clock don't stop. We go to sleep, but the clock still be going. You're not going to pause.